Okay, so I just got back inside from work today. I think we might have more in the afternoon, hopefully not. But it was like minus, well, in Celsius, -1 or -3 or something, and Fahrenheit, I think it was like 30 or a little bit less, but that wasn't even with the wind chill. So it was tough working outside today. We had to do some raking, and honestly, I don't mind raking, but then it was really annoying because the wind kept blowing away all of the leaves like the second we started raking them. So it was like you had to rake them as fast as you could and chuck them in the bag, but then the bag was like really light at first, so the bag would start like blowing away, and it was just like a whole process. But at least I'm inside now. I'm gonna have my tea. I've still been feeling a little bit sick, so I'm having my lemon ginger tea with like some pieces of cut up garlic in it, and some honey, which obviously does not sound very tasty, but that's my remedy for when I'm feeling sick and my throat is just a little bit like weird. It's nothing too bad, but I just want to do what I can to make myself feel better as fast as possible. So I'm actually supposed to go see my mom this afternoon because she just flew into Reykjavik today. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think after I do a little bit of cleaning here, because today is cleaning day, so I need to like clean some part of the house since we all try to do a little bit to make it easier for everyone. So then after that, I'm gonna take the bus to Reykjavik and go meet up with her, maybe get like some lunch or dinner or something, and then come back this afternoon. Now, and I'm just waiting at the H&M to meet up with my mom, so she should be here in a few minutes, and I think we're gonna get lunch. Wave. Wave. So I just said bye to my mom, and now after dropping her at her hotel and hanging out for a little bit, I'm on my way back home. I'm gonna take the bus. We just went to 2 cafes because I got hungry, and then we did a little bit of like window shopping and stuff, and then dropped her back home. Like the toilet paper, the reflection. Hello everyone, so today I actually am starting a road trip with 2 of the other girls in the volunteer program. So you can see we have our car here, and sorry for sounding congested. I kind of have a cold right now, but I took a COVID test and it came back negative, so at least it's not that. But today we are starting a like 4-day road trip. So today we're starting with the Kerið Crater right now, and then honestly I don't remember all the other places that we're going because I didn't really plan it too much, but I'll keep you updated as we go. that like a fish or something in there? They're like random big drops. Anyway, I don't know. I want to film. It's so... I can't. You guys are just staring at me like that. So it's raining a little bit now, and it's just really peaceful with all of like the rain drizzling on the water, but it's also really cold, so we're probably gonna head back soon. But you can see like how much the water level changes, because like right there is actually a bench that you're supposed to be able to sit on, but now you can't because there is just too much water. But I guess the nice thing here is like there's this rock kind of in the middle, so if you want to be like levitating in the middle of the lake or the crater, then you can do that. So we just got completely stuck in like a ton of snow. It was probably like a foot deep, or I don't know how many, whatever non-American units there. But it was really bad. We tried like digging out the car some and like moving it forward and backwards, but like we couldn't really see on the road how deep the snow was getting, because it just looked like, I don't know, it just looks like some like snow had like brushed over the road, but it was actually really deep. And we tried like calling a bunch of people, but luckily like there was no one on this road, and yet somehow like 2 cars managed to show up and they like helped us get out. So now we're just on our way back to Hverir, and yeah, we're gonna figure out another way to get where we want to go. If not today, then maybe like tomorrow or something. Okay, so we are finally off of that gravel road, and we're at a rest stop in Gullfoss. I'm not sure if it's Gullfoss or like Gullfoss, but we're finally out of like the mountains and like that whole area. Oh my gosh, we were so lucky that somebody came, because we got stuck. So we called the car rental people. They like gave us some directions about how to make the car go into like all-wheel drive and stuff like that. So we tried that, and that like didn't work. And we had also gotten out of the car, like Laura and I got out of the car and like tried to push it, and we were able to get it a little bit, but it was actually like so deep around all of the car, so that didn't really work. And then so we called the rental company again, like that didn't really help, and they told us to like maybe call the emergency services, so we called 112. And then they were kind of just asking us questions about like what we were doing there basically, and then they told us that the road was actually marked as red, which meant that it was like impassable, like you couldn't get through the road. So we were like, oh okay, well we didn't see that anywhere there, we didn't see like a sign or anything, so we just like assumed that it was okay to drive on, because like we went on Google Maps and Google Maps said that we could take this road, so we were like okay. But you know, that's also our fault. Like we're in a different country, and like we know that the weather here can get really bad with like the snow, the ice, the rain, and the wind. So we should have checked beforehand. But I know like Loie, one of the other girls, had told Loie that to sign up for this, like these alerts about the road conditions and stuff, and she didn't get anything, so we thought that it would be okay to go on. But anyway, so we tried calling the 112 number, and they told us to try calling like a towing company. So we called 2 numbers that they gave us. The first number, they like did not speak enough English to understand what we were saying. Okay, so here I started talking about how I was surprised basically that the person answering the phone didn't speak very much English, but I don't like the way I worded it here because I feel like it sounded very insensitive. So Basically, I was just surprised that the person answering the phone for a towing company in a country with a lot of tourists that are probably the ones that are getting stuck, like me and my friends, wasn't able to speak very much English. And I'm not saying that everyone should be able to speak English and that because I'm American, people should speak English, blah, 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 none of that. But it just seemed like it would have been a practical thing for the towing company to have, and also for people that are actually getting stuck in these places. Then we called the second number, and then as we were calling the second number, I don't know, the universe sent us someone, because the rental company had said to wait and see if another car passed us, and we were there was no one out here, we're in the middle of nowhere, everything is completely white. But then a car pulled up next to us and they started helping us, and that was thank goodness. And they hooked up a cable to the back of our car and hooked it to the front of their car, and they were this big monster pickup truck basically that made the snow look like nothing. I mean, our car looked so tiny next to theirs. And they were really nice. They had a dog and stuff. It was cute. And they pulled us out, and they were this road is labeled as red, right? And we were well, now we do. And then another car showed up, and I think this girl was actually taking a video of us because we looked so stupid. But long story short, we managed to make it out, and now we're on our way back to Kerið Crater, and we're going to try to go to Akureyri another day because it's just getting too late. It's going to be too dark to drive back. So I just want to emphasize that this was actually a very scary experience, despite in the first video where I talk about this, me kind of laughing about it. There are a lot of stories about tourists especially getting stuck places in Iceland or freezing to death or whatever, because the weather in Iceland is extreme. So this was not really a funny situation when we were actually in it especially. So we were very lucky to have people come by and pull us out of the snow. Also, I don't know if you could really see in the very short video that I took when I actually got out of the car, but we were literally in the middle of nowhere, and we were surrounded by these mountains kind of off in the distance. We were in the middle of Iceland. There was everything was white, and I mean when we couldn't see anything around us, we couldn't see anything. We had not seen another car for at least an hour, so it was really strange that these two cars showed up, and very lucky. I have never experienced wind chill or cold like that in my life. When I got out of the car, I had every piece of clothing I could possibly have on, and I was still I couldn't be out there for more than a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes or something, because it was just so cold. The wind on my face was it just felt like someone was rubbing ice on my face. It was insane. Okay, so we're just stopping in this town in the middle of nowhere that's notorious for giving people speeding tickets to hopefully use the bathroom and grab some snacks. Hello, baby. You're so cute. I'm jealous. Akureyri, and it's literally just a small town. It's just a small town. It is. Oh my god. And this is supposedly the unofficial capital city of northern Iceland, so it's just nothing. Also, if you can see, the red light is a heart, which is adorable. Yay! There's H&M, there's Netto, pizza. We're basically back home in New Jersey. This is not even a city. I mean, maybe because it has sidewalks, but real Icelandic people.
So we just arrived at the petting zoo that is like not far outside of Akureyri. So now we're gonna go inside and check it out. Dog in Iceland here. Oh, I just got snow on my shoe and I don't have long socks today. Okay, so we just got to wherever the heck this is. What is this place called? It's the Hated, where they're like there's like mud and like all of these like hot spring type things coming out of them, and it smells awful. It smells like someone hard boiled like a 50 eggs and then like left them out for a few days or something. But at least it's cool looking, so that's a bonus. It is so muddy. Look at all of this. It's just terrible. I don't know how we're going to like get back in the car after this because we don't have any other shoes. Or did anybody bring other shoes? I don't think so, right?
I don't even have
A fun time. A very fun time.
I'm going away
chunks.
I'm going away with the ground.
We are one with the earth. place in panties for a second. Oh my god. Okay, so we just went out to a restaurant kind of quickly for some dinner because it turns out the hostel does not have a place to cook. So even though we got some pasta and sauce from the discount grocery store, we couldn't actually cook it. So, and we were all like really hungry by then, so we were like, okay, we're just going out and getting food, even though it was definitely more expensive than any of us wanted it to be. And the food was good. We all got like this vegan burger and it was so good. They had like a vegan patty. They had fried onion rings on it, which was so good. And then like some spicy like mayo type sauce. And then like they had fries with like a spicy mayo, and that was really, really good. But it was a little bit annoying because it seemed like the people were trying to rush us out. Like at first I was just pleasantly surprised because they brought out the food probably within like 5-10 minutes of us ordering it, which I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. But then like the waiters kept coming back, and like as I was eating my food, they like took the other girls' plates, and then they also came back like multiple times to like check if we needed like the check and stuff, or not to check if we needed the check, but they kept hinting like, oh, do you guys need anything else? Do you want anything else? And we were like, no, we're good, thank you. And we were just sitting there talking for a little bit, and we hadn't even been there for like 30 minutes or something. And then like this one waiter, like waiters kept like looking around the corner and like looking only at our table to check to see if we were still there. So we were like, oh, maybe there's like a big group coming or something like that, or like, but we didn't see anybody. Like there was no one when we finally got up to get the check. Like no one was waiting for us. There was this group of women that came in, but there were 6 of them, and there were a lot of open tables as well. So we were like, what's the point? And there was like a table for 6 people, so we didn't see anyone like sitting there waiting. So that was kind of irritating. I was thinking that maybe we were underdressed or something, but it was not like a fancy restaurant by any means. And like the other people in there, like, yes, they looked a little bit nicer than us, but it wasn't anything like super fancy. So in like regardless, I don't think they should have been like rushing us along. And like there just seemed to be like all the waiters looked kind of stressed and stuff about us like being there. And when we came, they asked if we had a reservation, and we said no, and we didn't think we would need a reservation in like this tiny town in the middle of northern Iceland. So I don't really know what that was about, but at least the food was good, and we got to have a nice big meal at the end of the day. Tomorrow we're going to do some more sightseeing and then sleep in Akureyri, so that should be interesting, and I'm looking forward to that.